This firefighter's just not part of the team. Hey there, this is Billy Goldfeder answering some questions for you as part of our What's Your Problem series, hosted by firerescue1.com and Lexipol. And here's today's question. What's your advice for handling underperforming firefighters? We've got some strong members on our crew, but some of our firefighters are just missing the mark. A lot. What do you recommend we do? You got all day for this question? I'll try and summarize it really small. First, it starts off in the beginning, okay? From day one, when that employee or firefighter arrives at your crew, what's the tone set for your crew? In other words, if the rest of the crew is hanging out, watching TV, not doing truck checks, not doing equipment checks, that's exactly the environment that that new member of the crew is going to fall into. The key is to have a regiment that no matter who arrives on your shift, whether it's overtime or whether it's a new person assigned to your shift, you want them to feel like this is the only way you can operate in this crew. Now, let's say you have that environment. Why are they underperforming? Are they unmotivated? Are they not interested? Hey, you know what? At some point, and I'm going to shoot right to the end of this, at some point somebody has to decide whether they want to be part of the fire department or not. I was recently speaking with a young fire officer who's got a similar situation. This firefighter takes their time getting to the truck. This firefighter arrives at exactly 1 minute before shift starts. This firefighter does not want to sit at the table during the meal, and on and on and on. You can lead a horse to water. So if you don't want to sit with us at the meal, this may not be the crew for you. Now, what you have to be careful with these days is we can't isolate people where they don't feel welcome. So make sure that's not going on. Make sure that that person does feel welcome and they are part of the crew. And even if they, maybe have a different eating habit, or maybe for religious reasons they have to eat a different meal, they still should be welcomed at the table and they should be encouraged to be part of it. That whole teamwork thing has to really involve the entire shift all the time, not just when the bells go off. But you can push the issue of performance as far as, hey, we're doing training every day. Let's go. We're all going. We're stretching lines. We're throwing ladders. And you're going to function as a part of our crew. Hopefully, by providing that kind of coaching, by being a good company officer, that person's going to jump on board and become part of that. However, and here's where it gets to a sticking point and we start seeing crossroads. If that employee, regardless of how hard you try, no matter what you do, still does not want to become part of the crew, and I'm not talking about being part of a clique. I'm talking about being part of the crew, being a performing member of the crew. That's when you reach out to your superior and say, I may have a personnel issue. What do you recommend? Remember, as a lieutenant, as a captain, as a company officer, you're really not a personnel expert. You're also, when you respond to fires, you're not the incident commander. You initially handle it, but then as more resources arrive, you focus on your responsibility, and the chief or the incident commander run that incident with more qualifications, more expertise, and more resources. We have to look at our personnel issues the same way. If you've got an underperforming employee, at some point you're going to realize, you know what? I'm not getting it here. This person is not performing. That's when we notify the chain of command and say, hey, I need backup, I need resources. My size up of this individual is telling me that this person is not functioning the way we need them to. Anyway, I hope that helps answer your question. It's a tough issue, and we see quite a bit of that. So if I can offer you any assistance in this problem, and you want to talk about it some more, or any other questions, please reach out to Fire Rescue 1. Send them an email, and I promise you I'll do everything I can to get you some answers. Take care. Thanks.